All right, let's have a go at this time having an existing graph, and we're going to write the equation of that graph. So I'm going to do this in a couple of different ways. Let's start off with something nice and straightforward. Let's say, for example, I have an x-intercept here and a y-intercept, say, here. Here we go. So let's say that is a 3. So this is going to be 0 along, 3 up. And this one here is going to be 2 along, 0 up. So I'll put 2 along, comma, 0 up. So those are my intercepts. Let's draw a line through them. And the line itself going through them is not quite so important. Now we've got those 2 points, we can definitely draw the line. So the first thing we want to do is show the examiner you actually know what you're doing. And although it's very, very obvious that this point here is a 3, so therefore if we're writing y equals mx plus c, c would be 3, but we really want to say this point here, when x equals 0, comma, y is equal to 3. And here we want to say when y equals 0, comma, x equals 2. So you can't see that. I'll just get that like on the screen. Here we go. Y equals 2. There you go. So that's essentially what you want to say. And that you're now showing you understand how the intercepts are formed. You also want to do some sort of thing for the gradient. Now, there's lots of ways you can do the gradient. For example, a classic way of doing the gradient is just simply to say m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. But for most, and by the way, here we've got, we could call this x1 and y1. Let's call this x2 and y2 if you wanted. But just as simple would be to go m is equal to rise over run equals, and you could take a point here. So we're going to start at the leftmost point, starting at the leftmost point, and the run to get across here is going to be 1, 2. We always start at the leftmost point. 2 along, so the run is 2, here it is. And the rise is, going down 1, 2, 3, minus 3. So we can see the gradient is negative 3 on 2. Now we've got enough information to actually write this whole equation. So let's go ahead and do that now. So we can say y is equal to negative 3 over 2 x plus 3. So that is now our equation. And if you wanted, you could have written there first y is equal to mx plus c, and then populated the equation as follows. In fact, that's probably a better way to do it, yeah? So put this thing first, and then populate it with the information you've just calculated, and write that information in. So that would be a good way of proceeding.